I was hoping that you guys would be able to help me out with this because, you know, like I said, I'm a bit rusty and bass player, and I need to get myself a bass and that. But the lyrics, because I write lyrics, were when my best friend died on my sofa on my birthday.
And he was the president?
Yeah, president of my Nomads Motorcycle Club.
Yeah, right.
And he basically said to me, just get the fuck out of here. This is fucking a shithole. Finland, it's fucking cold. It's freezing, it's dark, right? Just fucking go. And I said, well, I've drawn a line in the sand, and I'm not going to leave because I'm not going to leave you behind, I'm not going to leave my son behind, and this sort of stuff. So the first part of the lyrics, and it's not finished, right, because I shut down emotionally. I had like an emotional block with my creativity and my artistic nature, but I thought about what you said, and something occurred to me. You would not ask me to turn my back on anything if you believe what I believe. Right?
Okay.
And so now it needs to go a bit further. I need to get I can have a doodle on the what's it called, the on the piano and stuff, and I know the chords that I want for it, but I need help.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I need help because I haven't been a brilliant musician as far. I was an average bass player. I mean, I met Lemmy Kilmister in Finland. You know, Lemmy from Motorhead. He's dead now. Yeah.
Right. Cool.
And no, he was one of my legends, and I used to just, before I even knew anything about A minor diminished, any sort of chords, I used to just by ear play because I'm quite a bit dyslexic.
That's what Hendrix did, you know.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic.
Yeah.
You know, and so I had the opportunity to meet him. Spent I've got tobacco for you. No worries.
It's okay.
I'd love you to meet my son.
Oh, that'd be great.
He's a great kid.
Do you think he's gonna make it here?
I think I will move heaven and earth to make sure that there's at least a good chance. Okay, we've got onions, we've got capsicum,
Beautiful.
all this shit. We better pick up the crap, otherwise I'll get in trouble. You know? Well, it's just sort of a little bit out of my comfort zone. You know? Put this all back in there.
How so?
Just because I'm not used to having a house full of mouldy shit. You know, not because I buy things fresh. And I pay things with cash. Yeah, so the whole trip of this recycling and hoarding and thingo is just something I've never been into. You know what I mean? I'll just prefer just to go and yes, I'm just preparing some food because I'm a bloody good cook and I have cooked up a masterpiece of pasta.
The devil's work.
Yeah. But it's got healthy
I
shit.
actually made some earlier today while she was upstairs.
Yeah, you got to do some things quietly, hey?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. But I reckon that'll be good. Just a bit of water back in there, just to get it lubricated because it got. At least it's not off. It's fresh. I bought it from the supermarket today, so it's fresh. It won't give you salmonella poisoning or anything like that. And I put a fucking shitload of fucking cheese in it and all this healthy fucking mushrooms and shit. Do you want some more mushrooms in it or what?
It's good.
You're gonna be right?
Yeah.
Thank
you.
It's gold. No wuckers. Okay, which one do we turn on? Fuck it. I think it's that one.
Yeah, it's that one.
That's it. Fucking rock and roll. She's the Cootamundra.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I had it before. I had fucking 2 lots of it, and it was just fucking. It was just the go. I just hope it hasn't fucking stagnated, but I think it's gonna be okay. I wouldn't want to serve you up anything that I wouldn't eat myself.
Looks good. I had a taste before, it is good.
Oh, you know I've got a bit of a flair for cooking.
How did you get that?
Oh, self-taught, I think.
Yeah, me too. You know, Eleanor doesn't fucking cook her shit. So I didn't get it from her.
I like things that are simple.
Mm.
That are good to eat. Even though she's not into pasta and shit like that. But, I mean, I could throw a couple of more things to jazz it up a bit. I could throw a bit of this in. That makes it spicy.
Don't bother. What's in it so far?
It's got mushrooms, onions, shitloads of cheese. A few other little things I did to jazz up. I can't remember. Because I've got brain damage. But we're getting it there. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
I've really enjoyed meeting you. I mean that, honestly. You're a darling.
I can be a bitch.
I know you can, but most women can. It comes with the territory, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready yet?
I'm just heating something up.
It's good. I reckon it's pretty hot.
Do you reckon it's?
I reckon it's pretty hot, hey?
It's all good.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
I was eating it cold before. So I reckon it's pretty good.
There we go. Now we've got to get you a fresh plate.
Good luck. I actually
Good luck with that.
Did you see how I cleaned the dishes? Like not just the dishes. I scrubbed the actual whole dish rack and the whole dish rack table and the part that you put the fucking cutlery in and shit.
Before I serve it to you,
filthy.
I'm giving you the majority, but I've got to take the minority of it.
Oh, take some, yeah, for sure.
Just to make sure that it's up to scratch, because I wouldn't serve anything I wouldn't eat myself. But I know it's fresh. Look, have a look at that cheese on there. Have a look at that fucking cheese, man. It's got so much fucking cheese in it. I don't muck around. I've got 2 throttles. Flat picky and stop. That's it. You know, go hard or go home.
Daniel, what have you made here? What do you call this, mate?
Oh, yes.
Perfection?
Yes, perfect omelette. Some for both of you to try. But keep on, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, I'm pretty much done. Pretty much done. I don't know if there's anything.
Oh, take your time.
People who enjoy food enjoy life, I hope. Yeah.
Appropriate?
We'll want some meat in there.
Oh. Yeah, but I write a lot like a mad person, and in different kind of styles of handwriting as well. It's just madness, but it started out of just madness, and this was my thing that I filled my writing with, and it started out as madness, but then I think as I grew a love for it, the poetry naturally developed and it began to sound beautiful. And
you've got some very articulate, great.
And then there's other bits of handwriting, and the handwriting is always a bit different, and then there's really small handwriting, and which says stuff like
which piece would you like?
Some of it I can't even read. That bit. And that.
Yeah, extra cheese. Which bit would you like?
Oh, just the small one, love. Looks amazing. You can have it all though, because I've eaten. Just have it all down. You can.
Sure.
Yeah, like.
Just have a little bit.
Okay.
Is that any good?
Mm-hmm.
So generous.
And I made nachos.
Oh, she did. She made excellent nachos.
That's awesome. Full camera.
Me and Anita have a very special connection.
In that we're both dying, and Ellie is bringing us back to life.
Yeah, with all her bloody super, what's it called? That super
Body balance.
body balance. Oh my god.
Really
Carrot juice.
Carrot juice. He within like a day of being here, she'd trained him to be able to juice, and he was juicing, and I was like,
Oh mate, I'm not Bugs Bunny. I don't.
I juice. I've juiced.
But we've spent hours having
God.
really good. Have you seen some? You should see some of her artwork.
This is the poem about the spiders. Like, it was just, I tried to write as a poem, and it just was this, like, pages and pages and pages of being eaten by spiders and blah. And yeah, it's just so insane. I actually stopped like reading through my writing because it's just so insane. But
You got it on both sides too.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it just goes.
You're
I
an
don't even
amazing
like
girl.
looking at it. It was
There was one you read to me the other day that was pretty profound.
I'm all fucked up. I only care about drugs. Blah 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 blah. So embarrassing. I read on the internet necromancers invented marionettes to speak with their dad, which is hilarious because people who go to the theatre associate marionettes with comedy and would find it difficult to believe. The ones who don't are in the cemetery and know. I wonder if they're the comedians too, and the stage is a grave and the theatre is a tomb. I wonder if it's true. It's weird stuff.
Amazing. Tweet said,
Yeah, that and
sister.
then that poem just went on and on and on, and I got obsessed with it, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, 'cause I wish that I had my artwork and my poetry together, and I could actually do something from the.
Did you show some of your artwork? Because you're quite talented.
I did.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Don't know what that
I was
is.
going to draw you.
Oh, really?
Seriously. In your video clip where you had the red hair down, I started to draw it, but your mum kept on distracting me every time I was trying to concentrate, because I've got the attention span of a gnat.
I can help you. You can join my art club.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh well,
I have an art club.
absolutely.
And
Well, I'm gonna have a cigarette.
Ooh,
I'm
that
going to
sounds
have a
good.
drink. I reckon it's a good plan. We can sort of wander, but if you're not finished yet,
wine.
oh,
And
Jesus turned water into wine.
yes, maybe I can tell.
First miracle. Oh yeah, if I could do that, I'd be a rich man. But I can make moonshine.
That's a good skill.
Yeah, really good moonshine. But yeah. Anyway,
There's this
what's
fucking.
this?
Have you seen the show Moonshiners?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I have.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's an amazing process.
Yeah.
Like, it's really interesting.
I learned that process because I was in Bundaberg and
Close the
go to the
windows,
distillery.
lower the curtains when not home, or home if of a night time, especially if alone.
you should check out Poets of the Fall. Pretty articulate band from Finland. Good people. I'm going for a doughy.
Let's have a smoke. Let's have a smoke. I think I've. Oh.
And this fucking funnelweb would come out and stick its fangs through, and it's the front. You know how they put the front legs up,
Yeah.
and the venom would be dripping off the fangs, and it just couldn't get to me. Okay. I was digging a ditch in Taree, and this one leaped at me, and I hit it at the right time with the shovel, and just squished the cunt. You know, it's gonna fucking kill me.
Survival.
Fuck, eh?
They do that in the wild. They're fucking scary as fuck.
Wow, I mean, the fact that they actually can leap. They can leap,
Yeah. Ooh.
you know, and jump at you, because they're very aggressive, especially in mating season.
Mm.
It's
True.
like snakes will actually chase you. Up in Queensland we've got like the fear snake, which is a southern taipan. It's the most deadly, aggressive fucking snake.
I've heard stories of cows being found with like blood coming out of their ears and mouths and their bodies all blown up because they've been bitten by a taipan.
Yeah, a taipan will strike. I remember I killed a couple. It will strike 5 times before you even know you've been hit. You know what I mean? Because they're quick as fucking lightning, mate. And I was trying to tell this chick, Bridget from Germany, don't go walking in thongs down Bagara, because guess what? A bloody snake will bite you. Right? Fair enough. She walked in thongs. She said, "Oh, we don't worry about snakes in bloody Germany." I said, "Well, you're not in fucking Germany now. Worry about them." You know, and so she's walking down Bagara to the beach, and it's just on dusk, and that's when they come out looking for rodents and shit. And she thought a piece of rope wrapped around her foot, but it was a snake, and it bit 4 times. She had extra long, what's it, jandals, tongs, whatever you call them. And I said, and I had to fucking kill it. You know, I hit it with a rock on the head, and then stomped on it. But it was aggressive little bastard, you know. We had was it a King Brown that was 3.5, 4 meters long in Yandina, and there was little babies running around. You know, 18-month-old little babies running around and that. And
Careful that wasp.
It's fucking wasp. Piss off. Tell you now.
Worked.
I absolutely do have yours. I stole it from
What bottle shops do you guys usually go to?
you. Just down there, IGA down there. Right next to it is what's it, Liquor Barn? Or
Yeah, the
something.
drive-through one.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Sweet as. I think there's a little bit of vodka somewhere here, but I don't know. It's hard to tell because we put so many traps for we put traps out for fucking bitch face. I suppose you just got to smell it and taste it and see if it's real. I think in that bag there might be one, because I did get 2 if I remember. I was a little bit. If I remember, I got 2 for 1. You know, like 2 for 20, something like that.
Diabo.
Oh, fucking mom. I'm supposed to, like... I've been waiting for her to wake up so I can film
Diabo
her.
is an old Russian
Yeah.
brand of vodka, and you can get 2 bottles for $20.
Yeah, and that's better than paying.
Is it full strength?
22%.
Half strength, yeah.
Because I'm cutting down.
Yeah, it helps you, like,
Cut down.
moderate, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's another one I really like. It's got a black label and Russian words on it.
Yeah, I think I know the one.
Yeah. That's a good one. But, you know, I mean, that just gets me back into top shelf and gets me back into hitting the pits. And I'm trying to wean. Is that the right word? Wean off it. How are you?
Oh, good. You look great. Yeah. It's cool.
It's a bit of ancient
changing colours, isn't it?
I've worn that costume
you want
Back
to do
in
a
the day?
filming of the whole group?
Totally.
Guys, like,
It's pocket
He
dude.
used to live in Iceland. It's -40 in Iceland, Talia. That's what he keeps reminding us. -40. Seriously, this is nothing. Oh, it's purple now. Look.
Oh yeah, that's a good colour. I like that colour.
yeah.
Gotta go look at it.
Soundstage. That could be a soundstage for a rock band.
Yeah,
Have
I
to
do.
go look at it from
Let's do a
beneath.
gig.
Oh, look at it
Let's
from
do a gig.
beneath. Come on then.
Let's do a gig.
Come on, Anita. We'll get some footage in.
Hey, we'll do some air. What's it called? Air
Guitar.
guitar.
How was the ride down?
It was alright, yeah. Yeah, we had a giggle and a good time.
That's good.
On you go home. Oh, look at you. You really need to smoke, don't you?
Watching a sunset, guys. If you could just sit and watch the
Your mum's outrageous. It's just such a giggle.
No.
Show me your shirt. Where'd you get it?
Lemmy Kilmeister himself gave me this shirt in Finland when he was doing a gig, and I took him to the clubhouse, and my friends were totally fucking impressed because I said, guess who's out waiting in the foyer? Lemmy Kilmeister. They said, get the fuck out of here, you fucking idiot. You're full of shit. And I said, Lemmy, come in. And he said, okay, and his eyes were wired on cocaine or something, I don't know, allegedly. It was just fucking awesome. We had a really fantastic time, and he's always been like a total fucking legend to me, you know. So when he died, I was really fucking pissed off and upset, and, you know, like.
This here.
Everybody in.
Come on.
I don't know who this is.
Group photo.
No, I'm not blocking his driveway.
Go on, Shannon. What are
I'm
you
good
doing?
on the
Get
thirst
in. No, we're all in it.
Yeah.
Come on, everybody get
I don't
in.
live there.
Seriously,
who's
who's
that?
I'm
Get
the
in.
first to photos.
Group
Here,
photo.
come
Come on, Shannon.
The reunion.
Get in there.
In that case, reunion.
Oh, come on.
Come on, mate.
You could crouch in the bottom.
Come on.
Crouch. He's got you anyway.
Yeah, he's not gonna obey.
Him anyway. Good.
Alright. Hey, carry on.
Carry on.
I say old chaps.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, what a send off. Don't give it away to just anyone.
This place is like what you might call the Twilight Zone.
I
It's
love
just
that.
it's just fucking it's just yeah, do. It's just totally fucking insane. But yeah, I'm used to insanity. You know, even though I wouldn't say I'm insane. Would you say I'm insane?
No, I've got to the point where sanity is a byproduct of the sheeple. And when I go and mix amongst the sheeple in the squares, and oh my god.
Yeah, but you know,
And a lot of the time they seem sane, they only seem it. It's a very
at
thin,
least it's not boring.
very thin veil.
You can get a lot of boring people that just fucking punch the clock and do their fucking shit. But you know, like eccentric people are going to be eccentric because
Yeah, but boring is a good word. Like my cousin works at
stable is a better word.
my cousin works at the Examiner, and he's boring as fuck. He just talks about work.
Well, some people don't have a life.
He's not gonna get his own documentary, is he?
No
one gives a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, when you're willing to jump out of the safety net and just go and fucking do it. Last year I was in, Catherine, Darwin, Cairns, Townsville, Mackay, Rockhampton, fucking down to Bundaberg, Harvey Bay, just travelling around and down to Noosa, Maroochydore, then down to Brisbane and Gold Coast and down to Tweed Heads and then down to Ballina? Is it Ballina? And just made my way down.
Is Queensland the base for the club in Australia?
Well, Queensland was, but because there is something called the RICO effect, right, where they had a crackdown on the clubs.
It was that
Right, a lot of people dispersed
do you know
into obscure places so that they
Obscure.
could go back under the radar rather than being persecuted just for locking to ride a fucking motorcycle. But
because Queensland was letting them ride for funerals,
yeah.
and then they cut that like last year
Well,
or something.
Also, they used to do.
Was that in
Hell's
Ireland?
Angels used to do. Well, I think they still do. What's it called? Christmas runs for the kids and stuff like that. But yeah, like a lot of things have changed since I've come back from Europe. Over in Europe, things are pretty good.
Would you say it's corruption in the ranks?
Yeah, and it's because a lack of education and teaching about moral standards and, you know, like I said, no women, no children, no innocent victims. Say what you mean what you say, do what you say. And if you fuck up, front up, you know, and if you ain't got your word, you ain't got shit. And it used to be in the days, because I'm like 46, 47, yeah, I used to be back in the days that you used to just hang out at the pub and you used to get jobs just based on the fact of word of mouth that you were a credible person who did a good job and worked hard, had a work ethic. I've always had a work ethic, getting up 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Is that how you were raised?
Well,
Or did you just develop that?
No, it wasn't how I was raised, but it was how my mentor, which is my uncle, trained me, took me under his wing and taught me, because I've always been an entrepreneur, and I had a crew and a business. We were selling cigarettes when I was 7 years old, you know, back in the 70s. You know, and before Winfield came out with 25, you know, we had black and white cigarettes and you know, like Dr. Pat and the old tins and stuff like that, and Alpine and shit like that. And so we were doing that, and then I formed a business when I was about 8 or 9 years old, going around saying to people, hey, listen mate, you're a worker, you work hard, you're a concreter, builder, whatever, you don't want to on your weekend be mowing the lawn and keeping your wife happy. Why don't you let me mow your lawn for fucking $7.50. This is back in the day when it was cheap, right? $7.50, and for an extra $2.50, I will wash your car. And so I was earning $10 when kids were earning pocket money like 50 cents to buy a bag of lollies and shit like that. And my dad thought I was stealing, and he said, I don't believe that you've actually earned it. And I used to push a mower around and go around to different houses and door knock and have my sales pitch and shitloads of money. And I've had different businesses and you know, like I used to have subcontracting wire tying. Had a Harley business. We used to flip cars, like turnover cars from the auctions and stuff like that, where cars were like a tax write-off, an insurance write-off.
What's every business that you've ever, in order, every business, if you can remember, that you've like part-owned
selling
or owned?
cigarettes, allegedly selling other substances,
When
mowing
you were
lawns,
7?
mowing lawns,
And this
spray
is all...
spray painting, flipping cars, running 3 titty bars over in Malaysia, but made it so that the girls, because they're going to be down an alleyway and they'll probably get their kidneys ripped out and shit like that, so making sure that they were healthy and they had doctors and security and
How old were you at that point?
that was after a period of time where there was a big bikie conflict, and some things went down and I got told, just go over there, we've got some people we know.
Because you're quite young.
And
47 is quite young to like, for the amount of things that you've achieved.
yeah.
The
Well,
stuff
I've
that he's
gone
been
right-
through, like he's 47. When I found him, he was gonna die.
Yeah, I was guggling in blood and
Yeah.
hit by a car and stuff like that, and lost 70% of my blood. I had to have 7 blood transfusions. I've died 5 times this year, just this year, you know, and come back because I've got a tenacious spirit. I'm a Viking. There's my granddaddy. I'm a Danish Viking.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, as well as that, I've travelled right through Kuala Lumpur, Penang, Sabah, Kuala Kinabalu, Talupi, Sandakan, right through Singapore, then up to Dubai and Brunei. Dubai's somewhere else. It's over in Saudi Arabia, and then right through to Denver, Colorado, Texas, Louisiana, even Montana, the Rocky Mountains, Montana, and right through all of there, and then England, right through East Ham, West Ham, Bath, Bronzeworth, Birmingham, Glastonbury, Portsmouth, Bournemouth, then Dover, Calais. This is when I was banned from a few countries after, you know, like somebody molested my son, and I got in a bit of trouble, and I had dual citizenship because I've got a Danish history that goes back to the 1340s or something like that.
So tell me about the
4 villages
time-
on the island of Finn.
What's that? Is that Annie's cat?
Yeah,
Oh. Should we just let her in?
no,
No.
no.
Keep
Just leave it
quiet,
out.
fucking cat.
Yeah.
Shush.
Anyway, yeah.
So you
Actually, we've got 4 villages on the island of Fun, which is just off the mainland of Denmark, and we've got a crest of arms. I'm sort of related to Ragnar Lothbrok, You know, the historical Viking.
Oh, I've seen the show.
Yeah, and so yeah, got a bit of that warrior instinct. Being a sergeant at arms in a motorcycle gang and leading men, having a crew. You know, but no women, no children, no innocent victims, no messing with people that don't deserve any harm. You know, because it's part of my code and my creed and part of what I was brought up. You know, I do. Used to be a good boxer, Wing Chun, Bok Fudo, kickboxing. I've got a really hard head, you know, but my stomach's a little bit still crook from getting hit by a car and having cancer and liver cancer and stuff like that. So I've even still got a tumour on my right kidney, but it's benign. So, you know, like I'm just getting well and just trying to improve, because I had what you might call an epiphany, where a spiritual experience changed my desires to be. By the time I was 26, I was a sergeant of arms in a motorcycle club, but I lost the desire to be a violent man, but I'm lightning fast. Even today, if I see a woman getting hurt or I see some injustice happening, I'll get in there like lightning, you know, and just take care of business and do my best to protect those who can't look after themselves, you know what I mean?
Very honourable.
Well, I try to be, you know. I do have a dark side. I can be angry and I can be brutal if need be, but only if need be, you know. Otherwise, live and let live.
Yeah.
You know, respect people.
Yeah.
Manners cost you nothing, but they mean everything.
Yeah.
You know, and that's got me around the planet. I've dealt with Russian mafia. I've dealt with Polish. I've dealt with Finns. Dealt with quite a lot of hard people, and you know, like, you know.
My mum's dad is Polish Russian. He's the captain of an international ship from Devonport.
Yeah, yeah.
For most of his career.
Yeah.
And he's like so hard. Like when he wasn't working, he literally just sat in the basement and chain smoked the whole time. And he just glares at everyone, you know, like all the time. Like, he hurt my feelings as a child growing up, like all the time, but he nicknamed me Creeping Jesus.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
The Russians, I mean, some of them you can just see death in their eyes. You can just see a real hardness.
Yeah.
And I don't have that. I have the eyes are the window to the soul. And
You've got kind eyes.
I've got good eyes.
Yeah.
But they can turn into fire and they can turn into anger.
Yeah.
But
that's very good intentions.
I keep that monster locked in the cage, and I try not to bring it out unless need be. You know what I mean? So just basically.
I don't know if you experienced this with your experience with Russians, but my Russian friends, they're all the same. Like, if they have too much to drink or if they're angry, they'll hold on to it, and then it'll just come out and they'll just roar like, "Stop talking now!" Or they'll drink and then they'll just yell rant, like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," and just go on and on.
Yeah, well,
and
it's
on.
the same with the
Everyone's
Finns.
just
It's like, "Vittu perkele saatana, kusai hunea, voi että vittu, jumalata." You know, and they talk like that, and I say, what, you
Yeah.
fucking bridging on me?
What does that mean? What does all of
Um,
that mean?
It means cunt, demon, devil, I will fuck you up, you fucking pussy, because I'm gonna fucking kill you dead.
Yeah, it's like
Basically,
it's just so extreme, and it comes like pretty much out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. And you learn that. You learn, you adapt to whatever culture that you're in, and when you travel, you've got to, what they say, do as the Romans do, you know, but still keep your soul,
Yeah.
keep your conscience, keep your heart. And,
Because your fire, it seems to me, your fire it comes from a place of honor and of good intentions, and yeah, for sticking up for people
for
who can't.
injustice.
Yeah.
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 And so that's why I choose 1%. I choose not to be involved in the skullduggery. I'm once in, blood out. There's no, but I'm taking what you might call time out, a sabbatical from the whole scene, and I don't want nothing to do with this bullshit in fucking Australia, because they've lost their soul, lost their morals, lost their integrity, and I want no part of that, because the guys that I ride with, and I've got over 500 on my Facebook, I've got people that care about me, I've got a social network overseas because I've spent 19 and a half years overseas, and they give a shit, and what they want to do is just bloody live to ride. You know, have the wind in their hair, ride the Harley, be good people. They can also have a dark side, but you know, I mean, that's the truth with everybody. You know, I mean, you know, being in a Russian prison and Finnish prison, you know, is quite an experience. And if you show fear and you're not willing to stick up for yourself, then you're not going to be able to cope or survive. So you do what you do, you keep to yourself. I wouldn't sit with all the cliques, you know, the cliques in there. I do my own thing. I was an entrepreneur in there. I was cooking moonshine. Yeah, I knocked out a psychopath that had killed 5 people. Ignorance is bliss, because I didn't know what he was.
Cheers.
You know. But it's just an interesting life. I mean, and I want to experience more. I want to get back to my son. The most motivating factor in my life is my son, Joshua Daniel Tommerup. He is the most important person, and he's
In a boy's home.
Yeah.
his mother's in a cult. It's called Lestadian. Suomi means Finland. Sami means Lapland, which is the top end, and it's a very pagan mix between pagan and Lutheran, and it's just fucked up, and my son's not happy. But you know what he says? He says, "Dad, you're like God to me. You're the best father in the world. You've always been there for me."
When he found out that he wasn't going to be free from Finland and that his visa to Australia would be cancelled, it was because he was told that his dad was going to die. And I heard him when you two were talking on the phone that he said that when he heard that he refused to believe it because he'd sort of hoped to
they
get
told
away.
lies. That psycho schizophrenic chick said lies about me and posted things on the internet and called my family and told them bullshit. You know, I might have had a colourful history and a colourful past, but I've tried to be, and I'm trying. You know, like I cut the umbilical cord off Joshua, and I washed the blood off him when he was first born, and I did the Lion King and lifted my son up, and I said, God, help me to be a wiser, stronger, better character person so that I can be a good dad for my son. And I've travelled back to him. I surprised him in 2014. I went back, I got kicked out, I got deported before that. Several times, and just kept on being tenacious and stubborn. I'm on my 4th passport, you know. Each stamp's cost me $3,000, and I've done it honestly, without having to steal, rob, kill, destroy to do it, you know. And it's been a hard time. A very hard time, you know. Like I spent hard times in England, I spent hard times through Europe just to get back to my boy. And when he saw my face, he said to me the other day, that summer when you came, because, you know, like I lived and I went through a custody battle for 6 years. I lived like 19 years over there, and a lot of the time I'm living in minus 40 degrees, and I'm a Queenslander, and that's very fucking difficult. But when you love somebody, you've got to make personal sacrifices, and when you're a parent, you've got to make personal sacrifices. You've got to be willing to go through whatever it takes to do what's necessary. He's becoming a young man. He's going to be 16, and right now he needs guidance. He's angry at his mum. He's just like he's his father's son, and every time his mother looks at him, she's got a new husband, 2 little girls, and she's pregnant now with another one. She's just ostracised him where he can't have TV, he can't do anything. He was 8 kilometres away from his nearest friend, 12 kilometres away from the nearest shop, 35 kilometres away from his school, 20 kilometres away from his girlfriend. You know, so, you know, she was just trying to bubble boy him, you know, and just do that. She took away everything I give him. Like I give him a motorbike and, you know, toys and stuff and guns and stuff and crossbows.
Best dad ever.
I mean, because
so what do you want for Josh, and do you see much of him? And
well, he's had a plan to escape from the boys' home, and he wants to make his own way over here. And I said, son, don't be a dickhead. I always say, Joshua, huva boyka, minarakastan sinua, dosi huva boyka, is a tuli, which means, son, I love you. Don't be a dickhead. Your father will take care of this, and your father comes. You know, very soon. As soon as possible. You know, I mean, it's been hard because because of my cancer and stuff like that, my capacity to be able to generate finances has been diminished.
You used to be quite well off.
Yeah, I was very rich. I used to do gigs for 50,000 people on summer festivals over in Europe and that, but they didn't just come to see us. We were like warm-up band for bigger, more famous bands like Stradivarius, Nightwish, Him, Mortal Sin, all these other bands, right? And so these guys didn't just come to see us, but I used to get 20 grand for 2-hour sets, you know. So, and you know, my wives have cost me about, I don't know, first one cost me 120 grand, next one cost me about 80,000, next one cost me, I don't know. She cost me so much. And it just diminished. You know, I mean, I've had a lot of money, but I haven't had the ability to be able to, I don't hoard. I'm a very benevolent person, and if I can help, I will. You know, instead of, you know, like my father's a miserable. My sister was in the Air Force, my other sister in the Department of Defence. My stepmother was in the immigration. My mum was an aged care worker. My father was head honcho for Porsche and Volvo in Australia and an accountant. Very wealthy, you know, but very stingy. You know, I mean, they're like Jew Scotsmen. You know, they squeeze the $5 note so hard that the Queen has tears in her eyes. You know what I mean? It's just fucking insane. Yeah, I mean, they don't enjoy their money. They don't enjoy doing what they do. You know, live life while you can live life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, but I won't have people take the piss out of me anymore. You know,
Yeah.
I've had quite a few, like what you call con artists that slim shady fucking Melbourneites that just have always got a fucking scam. You know, Queenslanders are a little bit more open. It's like, g'day mate, how you going here, bloke? What's going on? You know, but you know, if somebody won't give you a straight handshake and a good look in the eye, and they look like that, then you know that they're dishonest. You know, and so I've just, because I'm, a Virgo, year of the dog, Virgo, 1970, born, I'm very loyal.
Yeah.
You know, dog over here means a rat, snitch, but dogs are very fucking loyal, you know, and they're not snitches. And I've learnt 3 monkeys: hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
But rats are awesome. Like they're
Yeah,
fucking
no,
smart.
I think they're vermin, mate. You know.
But they're smart.
No, but they're smart. But
I mean,
they're,
not a
they're
snitch
smart,
rat.
but
A
they
snitch rat is
Yeah,
different.
that's what he
but-
means. That means. But yeah, very honest dogs.
Mm.
Even like
And your mum was showing me profound things, profiles about my character, and it was just so on the button. You know, from these
Dragon.
writings from a book, and I just thought that's just so what I am. You know, but dogs also have a bite. I can be snappy, and I can be angry and aggro, but only when it's appropriate.
Yeah.
When I get betrayed,
I was going to
And-
say, like, dogs maybe they trust, they're willing to put their neck on the line, their heart on their sleeve
Yeah.
and trust.
Yeah,
But then when that betrayal happens, they go,
fuck you. You know,
off the
and
charts.
basically, that's. Do you want me to roll your smoke? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Interesting. Complicated. A lot of pain. Alcoholic. But a high functioning alcoholic. I've drank a bottle of vodka today and I am totally able to talk, totally able to articulate and communicate. I write lyrics, I play guitar. I haven't done much of it for a while. I got betrayed in a band and shit happened. But because I was a little bit naive, but good lyrics, good songs, from the heart, authentic, right? And they hit a chord in people. You know, the words are powerful, and I had a couple of real spiritual encounters. I was very jaded because my dad was also a Baptist minister, and I was very anti-religion, but had a couple of experiences that changed my perception of. I don't believe in organised religion. I believe in God, but not in the way that maybe, say, the Catholic Church or Protestants or bloody Jehovah's Witness or all these fucking idiots portray it, and they're just so out of touch. And what has made it possible for me to have an impact on people's lives is that because I walk to the beat of a different drum and I move in places and ways that a lot of mainstream Christians would never go, I'm able to speak because, you know, like even Jesus, most of his disciples were either murderers, tax collectors, prostitutes, bloody people that were down and out, and they were the real people, right? The only ones that Jesus really had a problem with was the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the couldn't sees and wouldn't sees and couldn't be, you know, because they're just so fucking caught up in religion that they just can't relate to the common plight of man. And
So you're like a mediator, in a sense.
yeah, well, yes. And because I'm willing to get gritty, down, dirty, and get in there and hang and sleep rough and do whatever the fuck needs to be done, if there is a person that truly has a problem, there are some things, because I know the Bible, I can quote the whole chapter of Isaiah 55. In Isaiah 55 it says, "Come all who are faithful, come to the waters. You have no money, come buy and eat. Why you spend your money on what is not labour, and your bread on what does not satisfy? Listen to me, because I will make you an example to the people. Like David, I made him a leader and commander of the nations. Surely you will summon nations you do not know, and nations that do not know you will hasten to you, because of the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, who has endowed you with splendour. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call on him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his ways and the evil man his thoughts. Let him turn to the Lord while he is near. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither my ways your ways. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace. All the trees of the field will clap their hands. The mountains and the trees will sing a song for you. Instead of the thorn bushes, the pine tree will grow. Instead of the briars, the myrtle will grow. And this will be an everlasting sign that will not be destroyed. Amen, amen. And you know what amen means? Let it be so. Let it be so. So, yeah, I know this stuff. I don't Bible bash, I don't judge, I don't preach. If you smoke, if you drink, if you've got addictions, if you've got problems, I don't give a shit about that because I understand what it is.
One of my favourite quotations is worship acceptable to God is the missing crown jewel of evangelical Christianity. And
That's a profound statement.
I know, it's a bit that was Tozer.
You're an exceptional, talented, intelligent, beautiful little sister.
Are you familiar with this one? Something or other. For I, God, have suffered that I have bled from every pore.
Yeah, yeah. Jesus said, if it be possible, take this cup from me.
Shall you drink the bitter cup and shrink?
Well, I want to say one more thing on this, and it might be very controversial. You know, when people say that they've been operated on an operating table, they can see themselves like an out-of-body experience, see themselves getting operated on.
Disembodied soul.
Yeah, I went to another level because there's 3 realms in heaven, right? There's the first realm, which is the universe. The second realm is the powers and principalities. The third realm is the throne of God. I went straight there, and when I was there, there's no breath because there's no air, because you're in the spirit. I could see 360 around myself, totally around myself, seeing myself kneeling, and when I thought a thought, it was audible. It was an audible thought, and I said, oh fuck, he's real. God's real, because I was very skeptical before that. And then he said, look up. And I know the Bible, and it says that if you see the face of God, then you don't come back to this realm, back to this planet. If you see the face of God, and so what God was actually doing was giving me a choice about whether or not I wanted to continue with this fucking hard life. And every disciple and every person that has ever followed has ended up with being a martyr, or had their head cut off, or being crucified upside down like Peter, or whatever. You know, I mean, it's not going to be a fucking bed of roses, right? But he was saying, you've got a choice there, son. Come up. I said, no, Lord, I can't. I can't look in your face. He said, look up. I said, no, Lord, I can't. I've got to go back to my son. He said, no. He said, look up. Then I said, no. And he said, okay then. And then he said, well, put your hands up. And he said it with authority. It's like, put your hands up now. And I went, in the spirit, and I could see myself doing it, but I was like this, but I could see myself doing it, right? And the Almighty gave me what you might call like a ultraviolet purple orb that parted in the middle, and that's why I've got purple flames. You don't normally see fucking purple flames. That's why I've got purple flames. Is because the fire of God came into my being, and what it did was it gave me a gift that is absolutely fucking crazy. It's just, then I went down a wormhole and I went back into my body, and I had an actual fucking toe tag on my leg, on my toe. They were going to carry me off to the morgue and do an autopsy on me and shit like that. But I came back and I went, I said, thank you, God. I've got to go and see my son. And it was just fucking amazing. But what it was, it gave me something that I couldn't cope with. It's like if you could understand and hear all the music channels and all the conversations that are happening with mobile phones and everything at once, and all the TV, radio, whatever, and then when you see people, you get downloads, and you actually visually see and you understand. It's like going to the internet and understanding all of this fucking information. It just, thank you, Dylan. It just blows you the fuck away, and it just can be a little bit overwhelming because you're not used to that shit. And I see things.
Jelly bean. Thank you.
I see things about the lady filming right now. I see things about this lady here. I see things about people. I don't see their personal stuff because that's not mine to see.
Yeah.
You know, like their private stuff. But I see destiny and future. I see callings. I see where they're going to go, who they're going to meet, and what they're going to do. And it just I've had to block it out with alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Last night he did an exorcism on me and I was vomiting.
Yeah.
I vomited
There
like
was-
everything
there was-
I ate that day.
There was like a crab claw of see, I believe that my cancer came from unforgiveness and bitterness. And the reasons why you drink are not just, now I've got to a stage of physical addiction, but they're not just that. It's like the thorns and AA and all that is bullshit, because guess what? I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a person who has an alcohol problem, right? Because of past hurts, abuse, being molested when I was 11, all this sort of shit happens, and if you don't dig out the roots, as soon as something else happens in your life, you go straight back to where you were, right? And I saw something, and I saw a couple of things, and they came out of her, but there was a couple of things
I was
that
in bed falling asleep like, I need sleep, I need sleep. And he's sitting there on the edge of my bed like, no, you need an exorcism. And then I started, I'm like, I'm nauseous.
What-
And then I started like,
what
and
came
he's doing
out?
this exorcism thing. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, but a couple of them came out, but a couple of them because she's not quite ready to forgive.
He was like, let go, and I'm like, I need sleep. I'm gonna feel everywhere.
Yeah, and it was like a cord attached to it because she's really fucking angry with certain fucking things that have happened, and that's her own personal business, so I'm not going to talk much more about that, especially not on video. That's her own private things, and it's important to keep I'm actually ordained, as well as being a biker, I'm actually ordained as a minister. I've actually done Bible college, I'm a theologian and a minister, and there's a confidentiality attached to it. It's like a doctor can't release personal information unless there is a signature that gives them the right to do that. And with me, with Sons of Silence and with Nomads and with that, there is, like I said, 3 monkeys, right? But also, as a person that is spiritual, there is an obligation to not reveal anything that's said in confidence, right? I don't believe that people need to go to other people to say, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." I mean, the best conversations I've had with God is, well, I've been sitting on the loo, like I said, well, this is me. I'm fucking like what I am. You made me, I'm dust. I will return to the earth, the dirt. But my spirit will transcend. And it's very important to have a code of silence when it comes to people's personal business and things that I see. There are places, they're like doorways that God says, do not go. That no entry, in people's lives, and I understand that, and I respect that, because it's important. But my future is going to be, because my son really needs me right now. He's in the boys' home because my ex-wife's a fucking idiot. I need to get back, be a dad, keep on telling him not to be an idiot, not to do the wrong things, because he's just like me. I mean, he escapes from boys' homes and he bloody goes and does stupid things. He's rebellious, he's stubborn, he's independent, he's intelligent, he's just the most awesome son that a father could ever have.
Sound
And
very
I'm
proud.
so proud of my boy, and I will give my life for him, but I will live for him, because he's becoming a man, and my name is Daniel James Tommerup. My son is Joshua Daniel Tommerup. So he's his father's son. And he's got a lot of my traits, and I don't want him to go down some of the paths that I've gone. You see me? I don't want to see that happen to him. He's having a hard time. I had a conversation with him the other day. We talked for an hour. He thought I was actually dead, and he was concerned. He can only call when he goes home for the weekend. He can call for 2 hours, And so we talked. And one thing that me and my son have got is total fucking honesty. There is not a single thing that he cannot say to me. And there's not a single thing that I will condemn or judge or patronise or rebuke. I will say, Joshua, Huber Boyka. But he knows in the tone of my voice, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. He knows in my tone. You know, I mean, like if he's on the road, when he was younger, he was on the road and he was going to get hit by a car. I said, Joshua, get off the fucking road. Now, vittu pekeli satana, nyt, tuli nyt. Right? And he understood and he listened. And when he wanted to press the boundaries, I said, Joshua, hey, which means I'm going. And he go, Isa, which means father, I'm sorry. You know, and so he has talked to me about sex and talked to me about smoking dope and talked to me about, he asked me when I went to Finland if he could have just one light beer with me. And I said, you're too young, but it's not illegal for you to drink one beer with your father, but it's illegal for you to go to a pub and drink. So I'm not breaking the law. If you want to have a beer with me, cheers there, son. Never above ya, never below ya, but if need be, always motherfucking with you, because you are my boy and I love you. And yeah, a lot of people would probably criticise me allowing him to do that, but you know, like in European culture, it's very much, you know, like okay in the family to have a sip, you know, and you know, I'm not condoning that he become an alcoholic. I'm not condoning that he become a drug addict. I'm not condoning any sort of skullduggery that might be caused through his stupid antics. I'm saying be wiser and smarter. You are so fucking intelligent, son. Be wiser and smarter than I have been. You're a good boy for 16. You respect your father. I didn't. I just rebelled against everyone and everything, got kicked out of every school, got banned from everywhere, and got myself in so much fucking mischief.
If the popo come, you tell them I left about 2 hours ago.
If who?
Please come, I left about 2 hours ago.
Okay. No worries.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I do not like the police. They are
Hold on.
filthy fucking dogs. The key turning fucking maggots.
You can keep talking. I'm just gonna go to the toilet real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, I've said my bit, and my story is quite a bit deeper, but at the moment that's probably too much and all that I need to say. Love you, darling. Yeah, she's a beautiful little sister and I love her to bits, and I'll always be there to help her as much as I can. Yeah, but my main priority, and Joshua, if you see this on the net, you know my story, you know I love you, Do not believe the lies that family and welfare and other people have said about me, because it is not true. Truth be told, I have been every second of every day here for you, living for you, thinking about you, from the moment I wake to the moment I go to sleep. You are my love. Mina Rakistan. Dosi Huba Boyka Rakas. Mina Rakistan. Isa Tuli. Dosi Huba Mis. Boyka Mis. Isa Tuli. Nahata. Osha, I love you. Okay, that's it. Done.
Done.
That was intense.